First of all, I would like to express our deep gratitude, both personally and on behalf of the entire delegation from Burkina Faso present here, to His Excellency the President, as well as to my brother and counterpart Prime Minister Sanko, who have honored us with this invitation to participate in the second edition of the Invest in Senegal Forum. It is truly with great pleasure that we are here, and we see this as a reflection of the brotherhood between the peoples of our sub-region. I would also like to take this opportunity to convey the fraternal greetings of the Comrade President of Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, to the highest authorities and of course to the entire Senegalese people. That being said, as you are undoubtedly aware, Burkina Faso is currently experiencing one of the most profoundly difficult and challenging periods in its entire history, much like practically all the various peoples and nations of the broader Sahel region. So I am also referring to Mali and Niger. And in this challenging context, Burkina Faso is now engaged in a process of change, driven by a popular progressive revolution under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré. When we talk about revolution, it is of course about breaking away from old ways of doing things. This break is embodied in the first priority, which is the security of Burkina Faso. Many comprehensive reforms have been initiated and actively implemented to enable the country to establish and maintain a robust defense and security architecture that is fully capable of effectively responding to all potential threats, and most importantly, to diligently work towards the complete and lasting restoration of peace and stability throughout the entire national territory. And thanks to the concerted and strategic actions that have been meticulously taken in terms of thoroughly restructuring the entire apparatus of the defense and security forces, militarily and in terms of security, thanks to the resources mobilized by the people to equip their army, and thanks to the leadership of the head of state, today we have a very positive momentum in reclaiming the territory, and this momentum continues to grow stronger. We are aware of one thing, and the President has always said it as well. The fight against insecurity must not be limited to military action alone, because we know that insecurity also thrives where there is, of course, poverty, where there is injustice, where there is misery. That is why major reforms are also being undertaken in the area of governance as a whole. Today, whether it is the administration, the mining sector, or everything related to the redistribution, of course, of the country's resources, many reforms are being carried out. And as you have also noticed, it is causing a lot of noise. Burkina Faso, just like our brothers in the AES, we have broken a number of chains which existed through unfair agreements that were in force in our country. And above all, we have worked to be the masters of the destiny of the Burkinabe people. I think my brother, Prime Minister Sanko, said it. Today, we must be careful that investment does not become synonymous with exploitation. Because unfortunately, when we are subjected to things, and especially when we are bound by unfair agreements, obviously the country's wealth cannot benefit the citizens, the sons and daughters of the country. Another vision we have today, and I think this is truly the struggle of our generation, as the Prime Minister also mentioned. When we talk about Renaissance today, we have suffered too many injustices. I want to speak about Africa as a whole. This afternoon, God willing, thanks to the kind arrangements of my brother, Prime Minister Sanko, with the authorization of His Excellency, Mr. the President, we will go to Charoy to bow and pay tribute to our fathers who were unfortunately massacred. There is no more appropriate word for it. And today we must stand up to break all the chains. Because the real and fundamental issue today is to fully realize that true sovereignty, whether it be economic sovereignty, military sovereignty, or indeed in any other crucial aspect of our national existence, will absolutely not be granted to us by anyone else. We must therefore, in a profound spirit of sacrifice and unwavering determination, fight relentlessly to break all the oppressive chains that bind us. And I can assure you that as long as these chains are not broken, we can come up with all the theories we want, all the wealth we produce. The sweat of our brow will not benefit our people. It will always benefit the same master. That means today we are in that momentum. We must also reclaim our identities. That is very important. Young Senegalese must be proud to be Senegalese. Young Burkinabe must be proud to be Burkinabe. And to gain that pride, they must know their history. They must not be in awe of heroes from elsewhere. There are heroes in Senegal. They must know them. They must identify with them. Otherwise, unfortunately, and I'll end with this, we have today all the systems in place that perpetuate the logic of domination. When you look at education, unfortunately, I don't know the education system here in Senegal very well, but I can speak for Burkina Faso. We are preparing young people for emigration. Because from primary to secondary school, they do not know their own country. They identify with heroes from elsewhere, and the development models presented to them are models that come from elsewhere. To this, if you add media hegemony, which obviously constructs models of success that come from elsewhere, you end up with young people who are physically in Ouagadougou or Dakar, but in reality, their minds are elsewhere. They do not believe in their own country. So I think this is truly a deep struggle to be fought, and I believe it is really the prerequisite for us to be able to enter a virtuous dynamic for all of Africa, and also to make us realize that borders are nothing but artificial lines, and that artificial lines are lines of fragility, vulnerability, and weakening. And there are some who take advantage precisely of these artificial lines. So we must not turn them into walls. We must ensure today that we have a harmonized zone so that Burkinabés can come and go, that Senegalese can come and go, and that Senegal's resources benefit the entire sub-region. Because we have everything, I say Africa is a blessed continent. The time has come for us to realize this and to ensure that the state is not alone.